He's got tree coverage. He's got rock coverage on the bottom. He has to go through the middle there, right there, or he's got to go over top here. Let's see what he chooses.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself.
Yo, what's up, internet? Welcome back to another episode of 3 Averagely Intelligent Dudes discussing dangerous ideas. Today, we got another IRL episode for you. We out here, we in nature.
You asked
for
it. It's what you wanted.
I mean, we wish you asked for it. But
soon you will.
Soon you will ask for it.
After
You
you watch this one,
you'll be wanting more. Matter of fact, if you do enjoy this one, go back and watch our other IRL where we went on a nice little hike. That was a really cool.
We had some great talks about the upcoming presidential election at the time, which if you look back on our predictions, oh man, some of them rang true.
They did. Oh yeah, we hit on that one.
Oh yeah.
So what are we gonna talk about today then? Tell them about it, John. What are we gonna do today? What are we out here in IRL?
I wish I could tell you that we were playing gloccer, but the sport that we invented back in 2010 doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It is American foot golf.
It's golf. Yeah, it's foot golf.
Yeah.
So
Foot golf.
back in like 2009, maybe 2008.
It was in that era.
Yeah.
In that era.
Me and John used to go out in Killeen. We were stationed in Killeen. We used to go out and we used to play gloccer, is what we called it, which was soccer golf, right? And we at the time, I mean, I still think we might have invented it.
And
You
know what?
independently came up with it along with other people everywhere else.
Parallel thinking.
It was coming into the universe at the same time, and it was trying to manifest through different people.
It was like an Amy Schumer joke. Like other people had told it. We told it.
Yeah.
We thought it was great.
Yeah. But anyways, fast forward about a decade, and they actually created the thing. It's called foot golf, and so that's what we'll be playing today. We're out here on the beautiful disc golf course that we have here in Las Vegas.
We're not willing to pay $25 per person to play 9 holes of foot golf 3 hours before sunset.
But if you like this video, then let us know in the comments, and we will go play on an actual foot golf course, which we do have a couple here in Vegas. So
Surprisingly.
yeah, if you enjoy it, let us know. But we're gonna get into the game. We're gonna talk about some cool topics along the way. So have fun, man. We'll see you out there. This one you definitely want to be on the outside of the trees.
We're going to go in order of finishing on our preliminary game. So Mac won that game by 1 stroke. I got second. Rock got third, so we'll go ahead and do that. Good shot. I like setting it up like Messi at a free kick, you know, or like Ronaldo. I think I'm going to try to kind of split this and go in the trees a little bit.
Oh. It's a bold move, Cotton. That's what we call it, the bold move.
Very close.
I'm gonna try and just tap with this. I'm gonna try and hit it with that Mac outside footer here.
Yeah?
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it would have played, you know? That tree slowed me down a little bit, but it would have played. Well, let me back up here.
I think I'm just going to toe poke kind of forward.
He's gonna toe poke kind of forward.
Let's see that in an instant replay.
I'll take that stroke.
I'm not sure. It's a toe poke right to that tree.
Stroke. This is third stroke.
Third stroke. What happened was when you came in on your approach, you into this divot, and fucked you all up. All right, well, we're off to a start here. John's 3 strokes so far into the first hole. I'm on my first. Me and Mac are about the same distance on the drive here.
I like to start slow and get my opponent off their kilter a little bit.
I'm gonna stay out here on the left side here. Get down. Yes. Oh. Yeah, but I didn't know. This is my third right here. Trying to get this saucy little putt. Got the branch behind me, but come on, good bounce.
Good bounce. Good bounce.
Good bounce for 3, baby.
Got that good bounce for 3, baby. Let's go.
B shot 5.
Oh, okay, good layup there.
All right,
Little thinker.
6 stroke. Was that 4 or 5?
That's 5 for me. So we're here. We're in between hole 1 and 2. We have some disc golfers behind us. We're gonna let them catch up. But like I told you, we're gonna do some talking about some different topics and stuff today. Some things that we have collected across the internet and some things that we had some comments on. I really feel like we gotta open this up with like the headline of the week, really.
Which one?
There's only one. OnlyFans.
Yeah, that was the big one.
OnlyFans, dog.
That was the big one.
OnlyFans. Now, I want to start this off by clarifying a little bit, though, which is that the whole headline was OnlyFans bans explicit content, right? And so everybody's like, dang, OnlyFans getting out the porn business? That wasn't what the articles and everything was, or that's not what's happening. You're still going to be able to film nudes and like ass, like you can still do ass twerking, like anything the girl wants to as far as nudity goes, they can still play. But they can't have sex on camera, no bestiality, no like, you know, all that shit that most porn sites like ban anyways. Like,
quick thing, we're directly in the line of their play.
All right, oh shit. I'm also not holding this stick the whole time.
I got you. Let me hold it right now.
I mean, you can right now. I was already in the middle of this segment, but I was just saying all segments and not holding the stick.
I want to talk about this OnlyFans thing. I mean, like you said, it's the big news of the week.
Right, yeah, but like I was saying too, like, so not to get twisted, like OnlyFans is still into nudity and pornographic material. They're just not letting you fuck dogs and
they brought
shit,
it down to
like,
Playboy. That's the easy way to think
well, it wasn't, I don't think it was on like a grand scale. There's probably like little incidences where,
because I'm pretty sure fucking a dog is already illegal.
It is, and that's why most porn sites, but OnlyFans didn't have any of that in their terms of service and all that stuff, that you couldn't do all that stuff. So they updated it to not allow the extreme stuff that any...
Not even just extreme. It's at the point now where you can't have sex on camera for OnlyFans.
Right,
and this has to 100%, I don't know how much research you guys did.
We did.
It's all about that MasterCard.
It is. It's the credit card
MasterCard
companies.
said, not even all of them, MasterCard.
Really? Just
the other
MasterCard.
ones will follow suit eventually if they were forced to, but OnlyFans was like, OnlyFans did it the same way Pornhub did it a few years ago, where they were like, yo, you're having these unverified accounts posting porn, sexually exploited children are showing up, all these things that MasterCard was like, well, now you're not going to be able to pay with your MasterCard to get this material. So then Pornhub was like, okay, well, we need to verify all of our people through these processes, and MasterCard was like, we'll think about it. But OnlyFans, OnlyFans was very wild west.
Yeah, they didn't give a shit. Still weird though. Again, we have privately owned companies like enforcing law, morality. You know what I mean? Like these things, like that's new. That's new. In the 80s, bro, wasn't no businesses out here trying to be like, but the environment.
MasterCard didn't give a shit
about what you do.
MasterCard was about that money.
Yeah, but they don't want to get their shit fucked up. That's what it really comes down to, you know? Oh yeah, good throw.
Good call. Good call.
Thank you.
That was a good 4.
Yeah, we almost got clacked outside the head in the middle of
I caught that in my mouth like a dog, like a German shepherd.
But that was fascinating. I did think that those are the fascinating points, was the fact that it was being enforced by credit card or payment processing companies who I guess did you saw that they put the ban on Pornhub? They put the ban, like already MasterCard, you cannot use MasterCard. I don't think you can use any credit cards on Pornhub right now. They take they take crypto and they take bank transfers. Like you gotta like set up an actual bank account in there. But credit card
this
companies,
is why I don't pay for porn.
Yeah,
I don't understand why anybody would do that.
Yeah,
I was laughing. I had those like TikTok reels where it's like a guy and he's showing like something he spent a lot of money on or whatever. Usually it was like cars was like the first ones that I saw.
Some work.
But basically it was like the sound for the TikTok was, yeah, I might have spent a lot of money on dumb shit in my life. I ain't never paid $5 to see a bitch's pussy on those OnlyFans. And I was like, yeah, why would anybody do that?
Okay,
because of the specific person. That's 100% why anybody would do that. Like, you can find
like
anybody on the internet, but if you find a model on Instagram that you're into, that's what these people are paying for. They're paying to get that real person in that vulnerable position, not some random porn star. Like, that's the whole point of that.
I'm on OnlyFans, okay? So I actually signed up for an OnlyFans account, and I'll tell you why. The curiosity, okay? The curiosity got me. It's like he was just saying, I have people who I follow on Instagram who are just like hot girls. You know, you follow like, well, not everybody, but I'm into like hot girls on Instagram. So I follow some of them, and then some of them promote their OnlyFans, and I'm just like, I do kind of want to know what they look like naked, you know, because now this happened to me twice where I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and sign up for this girl's OnlyFans because I gotta know, you know. So I get on the thing.
I gotta know.
I get on the thing, and literally within 5 minutes, it's like played out. Like I'm like, okay, now I know, and I don't particularly like care, you know what I mean? Like I don't need to see it over and over and over and over. I just wanted to know. Now that I know, I'm like the king of like a 1 month subscription, and then I'm out of there.
You're like the
I don't even go back.
You're like the stars on Prime free trial. That's funny.
On God,
that's funny.
I don't even go back. I try, I look, I see what's popping, and I'm like, all right, I'm off it.
You look good.
Yeah. But it's curiosity, man. I think it's a lot to do with just curiosity.
I think people out here fishing for catfish.
Yeah, that too, right? Like there's
not
a lot
catfish
of like,
in the sense of like, I guess it's not that they're being fake people, but just that, I don't know, lonely guys that don't like
they're
talking
looking for
to women. They're looking for somebody to like give them that.
They're simp fishing 100%. For sure.
Because
you can see them in the comments of just the Instagram, you know what I mean? Like, let alone, like, oh my God, I love you so much. Like,
any place that a male can interact with a woman on screen, you're gonna see it. Whether it's Twitch, whether it's through social media, it doesn't matter where it is. There is some percentage of these men who are just, they're gonna pay you money just to come out there and just to do whatever. On Twitch, it's gonna be, ooh, let's get a hot tub stream going. What's it? How many dollars do I have to donate to get this random 19-year-old in a hot tub?
But these girls are making money though. Like they're making like some of them, dude. Like some of them. Tana Mojo, she released hers probably 7 months ago. She made $6 million off that shit.
Bad Baby turned 18.
Makes a lot of
Bad
money.
Baby. As soon as she turned 18, she racked up. How much they say she made? Bad Baby. She could retire for the rest of her life off of just her OnlyFans release.
Life on easy mode, my man.
Dude, 100%. So I'm not mad at these girls, but it's gonna get a little bit trickier. I mean, I don't think like I said, I don't think these people are coming for the porn though. Like it's not really like
they're coming to see that person naked.
They're coming to see that person naked, and that is still acceptable on OnlyFans. So it's not like I think OnlyFans is gonna like.
That's what I thought when I saw the headline. I was like, so OnlyFans not about making money anymore.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Well,
never heard of that.
That's the thing. Like it's a chain of events. You have the biggest voting bloc in America is evangelical Christian. So you have this huge amount of lobbying power of like who go look at the board of directors of MasterCard. You're gonna find old white people who love religion.
Yeah, it's gotta be. It's gotta be. They on that Chick-fil-A shit because like I just don't understand like why they would be like we're out.
And that's the chain of events. You have a Christian nation built on these morality laws. Those bleed into the corporations. That makes the corporations have these fake morals, and then they grasp at their pearls like, oh, people are having threesomes on OnlyFans.
Hey, they got a lot of persuasive power though. This is why cryptocurrency is the future because you don't have
blockchain
nobody.
Your porn, baby.
No, but seriously, we've now done our last episode where we talk about PayPal crunching down on certain different things. Now you have the credit card processing companies crunching down on certain things. So I mean, this is becoming a real issue where payment processing is a choke point for control, and so
that's the talk.
Cryptocurrency.
Payment processing is the choke point for control.
They're the new bank.
That's the title right there of the what'd you call that shit on TikTok? On YouTube it's called the shorts now.
Yeah, shorts.
You have fleets on Twitter.
Twitter's
dude, been doing that, bro. You got fleets.
Reels on Instagram. Like,
any
the TikTok format.
15-second video vertical format.
100% taken over. But that's OnlyFans. Moving on to hole number 2 here.
Hole 2?
Hole number 2, wide open fairway.
Yes, sir.
I'm just gonna bomb this bitch.
He's gonna bomb it. Like Obama did to Libya.
Obama.
Run up.
Want some run up.
See it.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
That's where you want to be, right outside that tree right there.
Woo. I got nothing like that in my repertoire.
It really hurt the shin. Might have crippled.
Was a sacrifice made.
Might have crippled my shin on that one. See what nice guy here.
You should train your shins in Mach 2.
What?
You'd be surprised.
A little bit too much curve, but it's gonna dodge that tree though.
Yeah, you're gonna be on the other side of the tree. That's where you want to be. You want to be on the other side of that tree there.
That's where you want to be, right next to me. That's the best spot.
See what we got there.
Okay. As long as I
Are you gonna hit that tree though? Oh!
Right past.
Oh!
He
But
crept it.
you're in the hole though.
That's fine.
What you got here, John?
I mean, what do you think I got? I got shit. All right, we're just gonna try to
Hold on, wait till he...
kind of try to jam on the shim. We're gonna try to Jimmy John my foot in there real quick.
That's not bad. No, that's a good cleaner.
Yeah, y'all didn't expect that. Y'all thought I was gonna fuck that shit up.
I did. That was a good high five after this shit. Hey, you guys want to just come on through? I got a good drive on that last one, but I gotta admit, I kind of blew out my fucking shin.
Yeah, I'm
like,
watching for you. Don't
front shin here. So the rest of this game's gonna be a little tricky for the boy. See what he's good.
That's a really good play. Put you up within like 20 feet.
Nice layup. Yeah, you got it on the bounce, nice. Ooh, nice. All right, so we also have a made-up rule to this game because we are playing on a disc golf course, right? So one of our made-up rules is if the ball lands in the basket, you get to subtract the stroke from your score. So just keep that in mind. Oh, that branch. That was a good kick, though.
Right, it just gets. Nice.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Fucking tree trunk.
All right,
It's like the main hazard for this area.
Oh, this is dangerous.
Roly dolly.
Oh, but he executes
Oh,
with precision accuracy.
Wow.
Hit!
Wow.
Hit!
Wow.
Score, boys!
Oh, I don't like this. Oh, got branch right there?
Big root right there. Come down.
Yeah, a little wide.
Well, because I wanted to come in at like an angle to avoid this root right here, and then it just scooped it to a scoop, little scoop-a-doo.
Whoopie-doo scoop.
I want to do something like that.
Outside. Here we have Max Swanson on the third stroke of hole number 3 at the American FootGolf Championship Classic here in North Las Vegas. Approaches. Please testing the whip a little bit. Toothless.
A little wide. Oh, I tried to see you sneak that. See you try to sneak that.
I gave it my head.
Get in there.
Oh.
I mean, I can opa this, right?
Oh, yeah. Hit him with that.
Opa, yeah, there you go. Opa.
Hey!
All right, so we're here in between hole 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And,
What's the score? What's the score? Where you at?
The score is, I believe I have 12.
I'm asking because I think I got the lead. You know what I'm saying?
I think you moved into
I
a
have
tie.
12. John has 14, and Rod, you have 11.
On that last little opa.
Yeah, that's
Opa.
what I like to call the Cuauhtémoc Blanco.
Guatemala Blanco. Oh. So I saw a very interesting post the other day from Jimmy Dore, and he was talking about how there's a new Twitter feature where individual users can mark posts from other users as misleading. So you could always flag it as like inappropriate or whatever, but now you can flag it as like false information. So now just regular people that
Can
are not
police
experts
it up?
at anything can now tell you that your post is misinformation because they don't agree with it.
They don't fuck with it.
Sounds like
Yeah.
North Korea.
Yeah, that's weird.
Sounds like
It
Scientology.
sounds like Twitter just introduced the North Korean feature.
Yeah.
But see, I wonder how many of those you have to get in order for them to like take it seriously.
It's
though,
hard to say.
you know?
It's hard to say.
Because that could get out of hand real quick.
Because you could just,
you know?
you could just put that on everything.
Because obviously it's not going to be like a one guy thing, like one schmuck's just like misleading information. I don't think they're going to get on you. Just like a report too, like one person can report you, I don't think. But you get a little cohort. If you get together, you'd be like, yo, fuck this guy. Like QAnon people are like, yo,
This shit's
report,
misleading.
yeah, everything this person does is misleading.
Yeah.
You know, like that could be dangerous.
That could be dangerous. And then we already know that the fact checkers that these companies use aren't really fact checkers. They're propaganda experts.
Not
So
to
it's
mention
like-
the algorithm. So we have robots that are dedicated to finding misinformation. It's like,
Well, because the problem with the definition, the way that they define the term misinformation is information that they don't agree with.
Yeah.
And so but that's the
Yeah.
problem is like, it was already an issue when
Yeah.
Twitter was doing it and their little fact checking people were doing it
Yeah.
because they weren't actually fact checking. But now anybody could just be like, I don't fuck with this misinformation. And it's
Yeah.
like, is it though?
YouTube is getting bad about this in the recent years, where it's like you can be flagged. Same with Twitch, you can be flagged. So you can get like I was talking about robots. You can get a bot. You can just pay $20 and get somebody mass flagged by 10,000 robots
Right,
that are just
right.
going to come in like
That's
sock puppet
true.
accounts.
That's true.
Hey, shout out the Las Vegas Fire Department. You know, we
They're
back the
holding it
boys.
down.
Because I'm hot out here. They're coming for me because
Yeah.
I'm hot out here. But I like that idea. I mean, well, I feel like you can maybe use that for some type of good, because the internet's a big place, you know what I mean? And so like recruiting other users, it's kind of like crypto. Again, I hate to keep bringing up crypto for some reason, but you know, the same way, like to run that whole blockchain, it's a cohort. Like everybody takes a little responsibility in like making sure the blockchain runs. I kind of feel that in like recruiting the users to police up the space, you know? Because
That would assume that your users are doing it rationally.
Yeah, sure,
and
sure,
objectively.
Sure. That's true.
Because there's no
social
way,
media is not.
the only reason that the blockchain works in the sense that it does is not because you really have no responsibility in the sense that you don't have to do anything in the blockchain for it to be generated.
Yeah, and you get
like
a
you're just
reward.
connecting yourself to it, and then all of the activity that you do on there is kept.
It's regulated. Like,
but
you
it's
can
not
only
like
do one thing,
you
yeah.
regulate the blockchain.
Yeah.
The blockchain regulates
It's
itself.
and you like make yourself a node.
And then
to
you
do-
participate
Yeah,
in that.
that's
So
true.
it's not the same as by having people willingly be able to say that this is false information, because
This is
we all know that people consider things that they don't like false information.
Yeah. This is interesting though, because this is now two examples of like websites trying to like police themselves up.
Tell you what the fuck to do.
Well, but this is important though, because maybe not, but it just depends on what side of the argument you're on here. But yeah, I think this stuff came out as the Wild Wild West. You know what I mean? Like this is something I've been saying, where it's like social media and the internet and stuff, like this stuff's new, you know? It didn't have a lot of regulations. We don't know the impacts of all these different things. And so I'm glad to see people are starting to think like, okay, how is this going to affect us? How are we doing this maybe in a negative way?
That's a big conversation. We're talking
Yeah.
about how, what do they call it? The Gen Z. I mean, we have a generation that's grown up with internet access being such a prevalent
Right.
thing that they think of it almost as a human right.
Right.
You know, like the generation before that, my generation, the millennials, we got it in its infancy.
Yeah.
I remember AOL Instant Messenger and stuff like that being like my first real exposure to like, whoa,
Yeah.
I can talk to anybody in the world.
Yeah.
ASL.
That dude,
Which-
it's weird. Yeah, right?
8 sex locations.
Still weird. Why was that a thing that we were really like keyed in on? I don't know, but it makes me feel like there's just a bunch of creepers out there. Like, are you 14? You 14-year-old little boy? Are you close to me?
There is a bunch of
That's why I hate
creepers out
TikTok.
But
TikTok's the devil.
at the same time, it is an interesting position to be in, to have witnessed the birth of this completely, you know what I mean? Like, it's like our parents with the telephone or some shit.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's
telephone,
our
but
printing
cell
press.
phones. Yeah,
is what it
right?
is.
You know what I mean? Like, we lived in a time where this thing that's going to change everything was birthed, and that's very, very
And they put it all in our pocket.
that leads me into a topic that I want to talk about, but I'm going to save it for the next hole.
Beep. Whoop.
Oh, okay, I've got to give it the toe still. I really want to get through these trees. But it's the straight toe!
But it's the toe. Hit him with the toe. Break your foot, son.
Oh, yeah. Broke my foot for that. Oh, wow, the send.
left.
It did. It curled on you at the end there. But that's a good look, though.
Oh, nice. That's nice and
Nice and
straight.
straight.
Yeah. Look at that.
It's crisp. He's right there in there with
Crisp. It's that crisp 7-Up kick.
Iceberg lettuce.
Okay, so now this one's a little tricky because you have the fucking highway like right behind you.
Yeah,
so
you
if
can't give it too much power.
overkick, yeah, you're in the mucketiest of mucks.
Perfect. Perfect.
Wow, look at that.
So clean.
Not bad. You got under it a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little short.
Last time I did that little roll-up approach, I'm gonna try that again. It worked.
Hey, you heard the man.
The little Wiz Khalifa roll-up. Yeah, the fruit roll-up is the move.
The fruit roll-up is the move. Just hit him with a nice through ball. It works every time. Works every time. Come on.
Oh, man.
Oh, I went for it. I had to go for it.
I respect the attempt.
Yeah.
Tap that. Oh my God! He put it in for the negative stroke from distance, boy. It's a hard shot to follow up, but I'm gonna see if I can do one of those. See if I can put one of those. Oh! Just rolled off. It just rolled off the foot. That's all. It just rolled off a little off the foot.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh! Wow. That was pretty good. That was
Quality.
pretty good.
Let's see if Matt can step his game up. Drano this shot. This is a tough shot. That was terrible.
Oh, now I'm in this divot.
What are you on?
This is 5.
Yeah. Actually, I think this is 6. You
Six.
missed 2
This is
putts,
6.
yeah.
Might not
Count his
even.
beers.
Did you count my beers?
I'm not counting, I'm correcting his beers.
He's drunk. We're just sorry, I didn't mean to make you laugh when you shoot.
Oh, this
What
is
about
a,
overextended that knee?
I almost fucked up my ankle.
Max currently in the middle of a meltdown here on this hole.
Yeah, we can just add the Benny Hill music to this and play it in 1.5.
Oh, take one back though. Take one back. He gonna finish a respectable 6 there.
That's not respectable.
I mean, it's better than that 7 you was about to cop. Hole 5, par 3. It's a long one. It's a long one.
Low and hard.
Low and hard. It's gonna give you a good roll. Right in front of that tree though.
Good roll too.
Yeah, like scuffed the ground so I got over top of it.
He about this.
You gonna gas him up and go.
I
It was
did.
good though. I mean, it didn't feel good, but it got far.
Didn't feel good when I kicked it either.
Outdrove us though. Outdrove everybody with it.
The length. That's what she wants.
It's too much. Like, I'm out here thinking in my head, like, this is FIFA 21. Like, I'm gonna hit the modifier stick and try to, nah, I'm just gonna give it the good old fashioned bread and butter. I ain't trying to make this shit a flambe. I'm just trying to slide it nice and crisp along this line of trees. I ain't even trying to get it in the air, dog.
Hey, every shot can't be a hero shot. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're gonna set yourself up for failure thinking this ain't hot shots golf, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stick it to his right side, trying to get it up between those two.
See if he does what he says he does. Oh, that branch. Oh, it's okay. Still a good ball.
That's exactly where I want.
Yeah, still a good ball. I thought that branch was about to rob you, or the root.
It did rob me of my momentum, but
Yeah, still
not
perfect
enough to really
place.
fuck me, you know?
I mean, if you had that momentum, you might be like right on the pin.
Yeah. Got a little shank tuck, just a little shock. And it crippled him. He's dead from it.
He's done.
He's done for the day, baby.
He's fucking kind of
Yep.
right here.
Yep.
No, we're good.
We're good.
Leave it there.
No. Leave it.
Okay, leave it. No, it's
Yeah. Damn, I really don't want to pop it up like I usually do because this tree. I'm gonna try to roll it in a little bit.
Oh, roll it in a little bit.
Oh!
Inches, bro.
Hey, get in there.
Ooh, almost.
I wanted that fucking basket.
Ooh! I saw some fucking really funny, like, cross headlines. Gavin Newsom is being sued by Orange County for having a school mask mandate. Right? So, enforcing school masks, OC is suing him because they feel like there's no scientific evidence or anything to, like, warrant that, right? So they're just like, that's fucking bullshit. Simultaneously, though, across the country, in Florida and in Texas, DeSantis and who's the other one? Abbott are both being sued for banning school mask mandates. So they were like, yeah, like it's so funny, dude. It's so funny, and it literally is just what we were just talking about with like Twitter and shit, and like. If you don't like the other person's side, then you just be like, that's misleading or that's bullshit. So, I mean, it's just so funny to me to see them both suing each other from each side of the argument.
Well, I think that the legality is probably the same for both of them in the sense, like, in the lawsuit's not about whether or not it's scientific. It's about whether or not it's legal to force them or to force them to not do it. Right. So I think that that's probably what's going to happen is that they're suing them for the same reasons, which is that the governor doesn't have the power to tell schools what they can and can't do as far as mask mandates. Yeah. Like if the school wants to have masks mandated, then they can, and if they don't, then they don't. Yeah. And then the governor can't just be like, no, fuck that.
One of the things I've seen in this same vein, I've seen state governments come out and tell their healthcare workers on the front line that they have to be vaccinated. Mm-hmm. So you're seeing a lot of nurses running into this problem. You know, nothing against nursing. I mean, very tough job. But the barrier to entry is not as high as you would think. Like it's not that hard to become. I don't want to put it like that.
You don't have to go to medical school to be a nurse.
Yeah, like you can have high school level education and then go to nursing school, and pretty much anybody can do it. It's a pretty easy career to get into. Right. Not exactly the easiest field once you're in it. Right. But there's a lot of healthcare workers that are in that field that are now either going to have to get vaccinated or lose their job. Yeah. And that is, we've talked about it with mandates for the government, where soldiers are all mandatorily vaccinated.
People who work for the state.
People who work for the state government. Now, this is somebody who works for a private healthcare system. So now we're getting into this murky territory where the government is forcing hospitals. What's next? Prisons?
Yeah. Regular people. De Blasio's doing it for regular people.
Yeah, just regular.
Just everybody has to have a vaccine unless you don't want to go to restaurants or theaters or the beach.
But you see, there's a contingency there though, right? Where it's like also where there was this idea of you don't have to get vaccinated if you get tested every week. But that's
not the case in New York.
I'm not saying that's particularly in New York. I'm just saying a lot of these mandates that we're hearing talked about. When Joe Biden came out and had a press conference and said everybody's going to have to get vaccinated in the military or submit to a weekly test. Yeah. Like there was this contingency plan. There was this out. There was this cop out. Like you were just saying, DeSantis. But if you just don't want to go to restaurants or if you don't,
what I'm saying? That's a choice.
You're given this.
You're losing
choice.
Your income if you don't.
Yeah, this is you are losing your job that is not paid for by the government.
What if you are a person that lives in New York and you work at a restaurant but you don't want to get vaccinated? Yeah. Now you can't go to that restaurant because you're not vaccinated and you can't work.
It's also the same.
Yeah, but that's not all civilians.
No, that's all civilians in New York.
But what I'm saying is all civilians, you can opt out and just not go to restaurants.
But I'm saying is that if the restaurant that you work at, you can't go to it because you're not vaccinated, so you can't work.
Yes.
That's the same thing. But there is no cop out for that one. There is no, you can get tested,
Like, it's if you're not vaccinated, you're not going to restaurants.
Yeah, but if you don't work at a restaurant, and let's say you work from home.
Well, then that argument plays in the healthcare field. Then just don't be a nurse. You know, like go get a teaching job.
Go get some other job, yeah, where they're not
So,
going to make
I
you.
mean, they're still, but like you said, those are both shitty contingencies. Whether you know what I mean. Like I said, I get it. If it, like the other ones are recreational, right? If I just want to go to a certain restaurant or to a thing, those are recreational. But now you're fucking with people's livelihoods, you know, based off of this vaccine shit. And it's weird. It's weird the whole banning thing. But to my point too, like. You know, because like you said, people are making their own decisions, but it's just interesting the dichotomy of, like you said, like, I hate you because, or I'm against you because you're forcing me to not do it, and you're forcing me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It seems the force is really the part that we don't like.
Yes.
Because that was what I thought was weird too about the Texas governor and the Florida governor. You had these, like Bexar County in Texas, which is just like a small, it's not a small county, it's a huge county. In San Antonio. But, you know, you have this one county. Why is the governor getting involved even? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why do they have
Politics.
Exactly. It's political grandstanding. Like, he wants to get in there and be like, nope, look, Texans, I won't. You know what I mean? And it's just like, that's fucked. You know, the same way anybody, like, you know, said, like, I just don't think it was any of their business, and they turned it into, like, a way to politically grandstand. Mm-hmm. Just like they did when we first lifted, they were like, we're going to be the first ones to lift mask mandates so we can, like, be on this side of, like, yeah, see, we're not with that shit. And it's like, it's weird.
One of these governors that was kind of railing against the mask mandates tested positive for COVID. He's currently undergoing treatment.
Yeah.
You see that a lot. Where it's, you know, you like, we had, like, people in the streets all summer of 2020, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it just it kind of depends on the politics of the day whether or not you should be wearing a mask or not in some of these cases.
Yeah, no shit. Dude, it was just what's been blowing my mind about the whole COVID situation lately is the numbers, man. You know, because we've gotten so caught up in the headlines of just like mask mandates or not, and Delta variant on the surge, on the fucking warpath and this and that. You know the warpath be like 50 new cases a day for like entire states, even, you know, cities. Like, I saw the other day they were like, you know, because there's a big thing in Australia now where Australia is going into really crazy lockdown.
Ooh, that's
like,
a conversation.
Right? Where you can't even move from like state to state, or I don't know what they have.
Provinces.
Yeah, you can't even move in between provinces right now and stuff. So they're on these serious lockdowns, all for like three people died of the Delta variant. Like, it's like the numbers are so tiny, and the overreach is so great.
It's all optics.
Yeah.
It's optics. You either want to be the person that's seen as the person doing something about the virus, or you want to be seen as the person who's not doing something about the virus. That's the only reason that anybody would do anything about any of this stuff, is that you want to look like you're doing or not doing something.
Trump got it right. It's the new Democratic hoax.
But, I mean, think about it, right? Democratic state, they're suing because you're forcing them to, and then in Republican states, you have them forcing you not to. And so it's like, it's weird. It's like the Democrats in the Republican states are like, you son of a bitch. And then the Republicans in the Democratic states are like, you motherfuckers. You know?
And you know what? If you want to really upset a conservative person, tell their kids to do something.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me tell you. Yes.
They really don't like that.
Yeah, liberals love to impose new restrictions on their children, but conservatives, no sir.
Not about
You're not gonna muzzle my child.
100, dude. Facts. Good luck out there with that.
On to the next hole, baby!
Yep, straight behind
Gotta
those
stay
trees.
away from these trees. It's gonna be difficult. Okay.
Car path on the right, too.
Okay.
Oh, it'll play.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in the roots again, though.
I'm not sure if I'm in the roots or not.
I don't think so. I think you're on the other side of it.
All right, Rod, what are you thinking on this one?
Well, I'm definitely thinking side foot. I've done the equivalent of break one of my clubs. So I have no driver anymore, so it's all side foot from here. But we're gonna try to give it a good one nonetheless.
Give it that good side.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of hills to the left too, so I'm gonna try and stay on the left of those. Nah, I'm gonna go to the open.
All right, let's see it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, that was
Absolutely
great.
beautiful.
That was actually.
It might set you up behind that tree though.
That was incredible.
No, that's gonna work.
Get down.
Ooh, the back
Son of a
roll, too.
bitch.
Oh. I mean, he got the hard
That's
bounce.
almost the exact same thing I did on the last time we were playing, except I hit the light pole.
Yeah.
Came back. This time I hit the tree.
Can he recover, ladies and gentlemen? Our reigning champion looking to get back into par
I
play.
think I'm gonna try to go around the light pole.
Okay. Bend it like Beckham. Oh, no bend. No bend.
No bend.
No bend.
I did go around the light pole though.
A nice slow power throw. Trying to stay away from this tree.
Ooh.
Almost hit you with the bocce ball.
Oh, yeah, he almost fucking pushed me out. Little tree in the way, but it's an easy play to the side here.
Little tree in the way.
Yeah, a little right up to the left side here.
That's my rap name.
Come on. That's my rap name. Oh boy. Wow. Look at
Wow.
Look at that. I came
Wow.
to fucking play today. Ah.
I'm gonna let Matt go. Yeah, I'm gonna let you take it from the rough. I wanna watch this.
We're still waiting for the champion to correct himself here. He's trying to get back into form.
Currently in last place.
It's the socks.
Hey, at least he's not playing barefoot.
Oh, and he leaves it well short.
Right here. I'm excited.
He leaves it well
I'm
short.
gonna just give this the skibbity pap, just float it on in.
Oh no!
It was about to help me.
Oh
It
my!
was about to redirect me towards goal.
You gave it the skibbity pat run up, but it just was not where you wanted it.
Okay, I think I'm gonna give this one just a little roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give this one the little. Get there, get there, get there.
Oh, the recovery! The recovery! Wow, boy. He's like, whatever, fucker.
Yep. Hey, that's good. Hey,
Oh.
good shot.
It counts, baby.
Off of John's ball?
Huh?
John, clean yourself up out of play here, boy.
Oh shit! I'm looking for another little up.
Let's go, baby.
Oh!
Alright, we're back. We're gonna do a little talk. We're letting some people play through right now with the disc golf. But boy, y'all think this is just a coincidence and I'm wearing this shirt? I'm not. I wore this shirt on purpose because we finally did it. We freed Brittany, y'all. Supposedly her dad is stepping down as her conservator. Y'all up on the
I'm up on the Free Britney movement.
You're not up on the Free Britney movement. Okay, so Britney Spears, it's pretty wide information that Britney Spears has been locked in this crazy conservatorship for like 10 years, like a decade.
Yeah.
Which we should do a whole episode on conservatorships because that shit is a racket, bro. I watched a whole documentary on Netflix about how people use that very abusively because you can take you can take their property, you can take control of their body, like everything that happens. So it's kind of like when the CDC declares somebody like
Unfit or something.
yeah, like a risk, a public risk or whatever, then they can just take you.
Public
you know?
health risk.
Yeah, public health risk. Like if you deem like you got too much COVID, like you have a special strain of COVID that we've never seen, it's super deadly, they'll just take you and you're just gone forever. Like they get control of your body, they can never, they don't have to like, they can just hold you indefinitely. Anyways, so conservatorship be a lot like that. But Brittany's been in this nasty one when she was kind of like going through her shit. They put her in a conservatorship, and ever since then, her dad's just been like running her entire life. This is why Brittany doesn't do music anymore and all this stuff. That's why she walked out of her. She had a residency here in LA or Vegas, and she just quit it. Anyways, dad finally filed to let her go.
We were talking about celebrities and mental health a few episodes ago, and that's I wish we would have brought up Britney Spears because that's you know as
we mentioned her, but
as much as it's in the news right now about her conservatorship, you know, going back and watching some of the stuff of how she was treated during her mental health episodes, like how they talked about her in the media, how the paparazzi treated her, how they treated her and her kids. Her meltdowns were plastered everywhere. It was like predatory.
Yeah.
Absolutely predatory.
Yeah.
And then they take her mental health problems that she presumably gets from these predatory practices and events, and they're like, oh, we're gonna put your dad in charge, and he's gonna make you perform.
Right.
And it's like you're talking about, he was literally up until recently, and I think he's still her conservator, but it's going back to he's saying I will eventually step down.
Yeah.
Is kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
The fact that he can just make his daughter perform. I mean, how is that not seen as some sort of
Well, I think that's
abuse?
I think that's where she actually drew the line. She stopped performing because they can't like make her sing. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, I think that's where she stood up because like there was this one I saw this video of her like when I watched her whole docu, and she like comes out to do her residency and she just leaves. Like she just walks off stage. You know. But she had no control of her money. She couldn't do that. The last thing I heard is like they took her dogs from her. Like the housekeepers and stuff took her dogs because they said they were unhealthy. I mean, so they've just been doing this weird stuff to like fucking undermine controlling her life at every aspect, deciding what she can and can't perform, like what she can do and can't do, like you said, even that. And they'd be like, nah, Brittany, like you need to get out here. Like they'd be trying to force her to do stuff, but it's really weird. It's like a weird slave. It's like a legal slavery.
And what you were talking about with this being something that is abused in our system, it's usually abused like against older people. It's like an elder abuse issue, because you get to a point where you start forgetting things or something like that. You have someone in your family that wants that guap. All they got to do is be like, hey, grandpa's crazy. I caught him in his robe out in the street. And if they get a those
judge,
rights away
if they
from
get a judge to sign off on it. Even creepier, it doesn't even have to be a family member. There's people who just do like they're professional conservators. And
doesn't seem
Pretty sure
sketchy
there's
at all.
a Netflix movie about that called
there
I
is.
Care a
There
Lot.
is.
And it's like about this woman who
scams.
she basically gets a court to decide that the person's unfit to, you know, rule themselves, basically. Like, you're too old to understand what's happening to you now, so now I'm your legal guardian.
100%.
And then they just steal all their shit.
Another great resource to check out, I think it's on Hulu, but they have a series of episodes. I want to say it's maybe Washington Post or the New Yorker, but they go in and they do different topics, and they did the Free Brittany topic about a year ago. I think that's the one you're talking about, the docu you're speaking to. It's on Hulu. Quality.
Yeah, it really lays out the whole thing, you know, because it's an interesting fact too. We were talking about this, like, what if somebody just tried to do this to Kanye? Because like it's like you don't even need to be elderly; they can use mental instability.
Kanye tweeted about that.
Right?
When in one of his deleted tweet sprees, he was talking about how Kim's coming with the guys in white coats to he said, "Get Out" is based on his life.
Right? Yeah. So, but that sucks though, because you like, what does it mean to be incapable of taking care of yourself? Like, Brittany did have some episodes, but I wouldn't call her like.
I didn't see anybody stepping into Michael Jackson's life and making his decisions. And he was making some sus decisions.
Like, he was hanging babies out of windows and shit. Like, that's dangerous. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's really putting some people at risk. Anyways, you brought up a good point, though, because he has not stepped down yet. He just filed a paperwork that said, I will step down when the time is right. Like, an orderly transition.
Yeah, he did the Cuomo, where he came out and he was like, I'm going to resign in 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, like when it's easiest for everything to get done. He's like, there's some things we need to tie up, some loose ends, but when that happens,
once these last little bank transfers go from her bank to my bank, then I'll step down.
Right?
Well, it's like Obama being like, we're gonna pull all of our troops out of Afghanistan by such and such a date, and then like 6 years later we get out of Afghanistan.
We finally do it.
It's like they always do this. Like anytime somebody wants to just kick the can down the road, we see it a lot in politics. This is similar circumstances. He's just kicking it down the road. He still controls her life right now.
100% true. And kicking the can down the road, I like that analogy.
I wish you could kick a can right now, but it's looking like you can't kick a can.
I just wanted to add one more comment to that last conversation. It's you, the people. You, the people, have power. The only reason that this dude even pretended to step down was because there was a lot of
Free Brittany movement.
Yeah, the Free Brittany movement. But I bet you they weren't just tweeting. I bet you they were showing up at that motherfucker's house probably. You know what I mean? He's probably getting death threats, like the whole nine. But whatever, you know, democracy for you right there at work. You can bully the fuck out of some people with numbers.
I wish I could sit here and say to you guys that power wouldn't corrupt me, but I'm of the belief that until you are positioned with that power, you don't know. You can't say that. Like I can't say to you that if I had $20 million, that I wouldn't be running around running amok looking like a wild man. Like I could say that in my heart of hearts and my morals, like I would be good and I would use my, who knows, brother? Who knows? Because you don't have that power. If you were in control of every decision this country makes, would that power corrupt you? I submit it would corrupt everyone.
I say that you even having that self-awareness to understand that would actually mean that you might actually do a pretty good job with it.
I wouldn't say that I would do a bad job. I'm talking about more of the corruptive power that that power has. That feeling of being drunk with power or whatever.
Absolute
it's
power
weird.
corrupts.
Absolutely.
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 This is John's most hated hole right here.
Yep. I hate this hole. All right, hip flexing.
You can get it over.
Not bad.
Yeah. Oh, you're happy with that. All right, come on, Shin. Get me to the hole, baby. I'm not old. You're old.
Yeah, get up there. Get the load off, Sal.
That's okay. That's okay. That's the price you pay when you've lost your driver. Okay, you can only, you
just gotta tap.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
The hole is kind of over this hill, about another 50 yards past that light pole you can see right in the middle of your screen. Max got to get it up and over this hill.
Oh, little shankaroni. You can barely see the hole. I mean, it's right there. Oh. It's a little wide, a little short. A little wide, a little short.
Little short wide.
They call me little short wide.
Probably a little short wide. Clown, let me get that drink.
Alright, just gotta give it the right amount of power. You're gonna get some help from this hill here. So I just gotta get it up and over.
Okay, good drive. Let's hope it doesn't roll too far.
Yeah, I rolled a little right. I wanted to get a little more curve on it, like kind of like Mac did, but with more distance. Oh!
Nice.
Yeah.
You feeling good about this one?
Bang it. Give it the bang.
A little too much.
Yeah.
A little too much bang.
Now he's gonna have to putt uphill.
I mean, I kind of want the uphill putt though, so I'm not mad about it.
All right. I feel you on that. Yeah, that's a. Go ahead.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. This is gonna be a nice little roller downhill, I'm sure. Dangerous, yeah, too much, and you're going.
You're in the parking lot.
I've been there.
Oh, it looks.
Get in there.
It's in there.
Now get
Oh,
up there. Oh.
yeah, it was a good looker though. I'm not gonna be aggressive here. I'm just gonna try and put it in the old putting circle.
That's what he said. Okay, I wanted a little more than
grass, huh? Smoking a little too much grass.
I still got a putt here.
There's too many goddamn different types of grass.
What was that? 3? Bang. A
Damn.
little bit too close.
So
for
you're gonna, like,
You're gonna have to opa. That's the only way you can do it. 2 foot,
You grab the hole.
2-footer opa.
You grab it with
Nah, I was too close to trying all that. I was gonna get rim checked and.
Hey, a rim check's still a win though.
A rim check's a win, but not with my legs hitting and then I fall down.
See,
and
my
then end
thought
up
process was
crippled
you
like you
grab
two.
this, and then you just dunk that shit. Let's see it.
Oh, that was close.
Yo, but did you know though?
Oh, I got a great did you know. What you got?
Mine is that Lake Mead, for first time ever, has been officially declared in water shortage. So Lake Mead is like drying the fuck up. And then that's now causing a water shortage for a lot of the Midwest, I guess.
And to be clear, that's the Hoover Dam.
That's the Hoover Dam. Yeah, that's the Hoover Dam. So
Fake lake.
what is that, like 100 years later? Like 90 years later, this shit might not work. It might have taken us 90 years to figure out that shit does not work well.
The Hoover Dam is what popularized Las Vegas. All the workers from the Hoover Dam coming here and gambling. It's one of the things that really beefed up the Vegas area during its construction.
Yeah,
it's like
right.
it's noted in the Wikipedia. It's like Hoover Dam construction really helped us out. My did you know is way worse. Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the song? All that she wants
Is another baby. She's gone to mom.
Okay. Did you know the keyboard player for that band, Skinhead Nazi? That song is about immigrants coming to our country and having anchor babies.
Wow.
All that she wants is another baby. It's a racist white supremacist
I thought it was all
jam.
she wants is another lover.
No, it's baby.
Damn.
Yep. You know where I learned that? TikTok.
Yo, this leads me up for another topic though. I'll get y'all's feedback on it, but we're gonna roll the clip right here, and then after this hole, I want to get some comments off these guys.
When
on
do we
this.
get a Did You Know? All right, we just gonna.
Oh, you got a Did You Know? Hit the Did You Know.
Did you know that Philip Morris now owns an asthma inhaler company? He said, "I'm getting money on the back end, son."
Yeah.
Dog,
I'm
I'm
getting
getting both sides. I'm gonna create the COVID and I'm gonna fix the COVID. Okay, I'm gonna create
About that
asthma.
money game.
I'm gonna create the asthma, but then I'm gonna fix the asthma.
Yep.
Damn.
He rapes, but he saves.
He saves. He rapes, but he saves, y'all. Damn. Second to last hole here. We're on hole 8. I think I'm still maintaining a slight lead. John gained a stroke on me in the last one there. Max still trying to return to form. I love this hole though. If you can get through these trees, you can really get some distance. Oh, he's taking the long run. The long run up.
I really just want to like send it, but I'm worried about that tree.
And that hip flexor.
Oh, come on.
You haven't paused with that divot.
Yeah, for real. I've been trying to set this up exactly where I want it. Get away from that tree, baby. Let's go.
Oh wow, you got a nice little bounce out of that.
Out of that, yeah.
That was nice.
You know what it is.
Hey, you know what the fuck
You
it
know
is. It's
what's
a
up.
jack move.
You know what the fucking vibes is. Right here through those 2 trees. Right through them. Fucking goal.
Beautiful.
Golazo! Damn, and I outdistanced John with that shit. Oh, that's
Really
your
nice.
shot of the day, boy. You
Shot of the day, boy.
Might be the drive of the day.
Yeah. We got all the disc golfers very interested in what we're up to here. We got the audience, the
I
pressure's
think
on.
the play is keep it low on the ground, just kind of get it around the
Do
right
it
side
for
of the
Man
screen.
U. Don't let your home team down.
Hi, Jess.
It's okay. It's not bad. We got a line through those trees.
See,
Yeah.
he didn't want the sun in his eyes.
It's gonna be a long chip though.
That's what it was. He didn't want the sun in his eyes. He was like, I need that shade over there, away from the hole.
He films his own shot.
No, he doesn't.
He films his own shot. I gotta do wide angle here, but he films his own shot. Get around that. Get around that. Get it. Oh. 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 I barely crept around that tree. But he filmed. Hey, but he filmed his own shot though. Right there with me.
I'm ahead of you.
No, you went with me. So.
Look at me, look at me. I'm the captain. Oh. Oh.
Rolled on by.
Yeah, I know, you play it safe. I'm kind of thinking about banging here, but I'm play safe too. Because that ground's hard too. You got a lot of ground out there. Okay, a little further than we wanted.
Mac's gonna go aggressive here, I think. You're behind. Only got one more hole. You plan on winning. The aggressive play? Oh, okay.
Aggressive.
Aggressive play pays off.
Come on, bounce. Got it.
Got it.
The slightest of touches.
That's all it needs.
I'm gonna try and get in.
Get in! Get in, boy! Get in, boy! Get in!
Harrison, Arkansas is the most racist town in the United States.
Have a little pride in your race, brother. White pride worldwide.
I wouldn't say after dark, man.
Honestly, dude, you have balls of steel because you could get hospitalized by some guys that want to beat your ass.
I've had several old men come out here, look out the window and tell me, says, you better go tell that nigger to get out of here and shit. About 10 minutes, I'm gonna be back. You better be fucking gone.
Okay, come back.
One down the white line. We matter too. You're a white man. Crazy.
You're a dumbass motherfucker. You dumb shit.
Are you a Marxist?
Communist. The mess terrorists.
Why don't you take it to Chicago or New York and hold it up where they're shooting each other?
Explain to me why I couldn't buy that. No, they don't. Do a real fucking job.
I'm Jesus.
Your ass out of town. That shit don't make shit here. Hey, all lives matter, not just black. You're a Caucasian.
You're white.
You look like a white guy holding a black lives matter sign. What's the deal with that? I'd be ashamed to be a white boy carrying that stupid sign.
You're white, aren't you? Oh, boy. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Saying something, dude?
Yes, sir.
I am good.
Because I'm tired of seeing this right here is the biggest hoax there ever was.
It's just the next thing to ask.
It is.
Yeah, black lives do matter, but what about ours, man?
Apparently, black people's lives matter more than us.
Apparently. Go to Irish and... the niggers gonna kill you. Black lives don't matter with the food.
Black lives. And I have black.
Hey Mike, how's your day going? Walmart, they put out this statement.
I would ask you to leave. Exactly what I'm saying is exactly what they would ask me to do.
What I want to know is, have you guys experienced that kind of thing in your personal life?
Never.
No,
Never.
not really?
Never, not to that. I mean, I've had it on like one-offs and stuff, but I've never been in a place where it seems that concentrated.
Coming from small town North Carolina, working in the service industry, being out there and interacting with hundreds and thousands of people a day on a weekly basis, I can tell you, I've seen so much of that. And it's not always, obviously, out in the open like that, but you pick it up in subtle ways. That old man that says, oh, it's the next thing to ISIS.
Yeah.
Man, we had a retired news anchor that used to come into my store all the time. He was that old man. Anything you talked to him about politically, he took whatever Rush Limbaugh was saying that morning and warped it into some crazy old white man point of view. He would be talking about Bo Bergdahl and he'd be like, he's a goddamn terrorist. They should hang him from a noose. And I'm like, do you know his situation? Because I know his situation. He did maybe some bad things, but I think he kind of paid the price.
Yeah.
You know, he was in Al Qaeda's hands as a prisoner for like 5 years.
Yeah.
He did his time, my man.
Yeah.
And this dude's, whew.
And it's hard not to like. I mean, it's hard. It's
It's hard not to react. You know, like somebody like me.
Well, I mean, it's hard not to. You know what I mean? Like, want to sympathize with your abusers, essentially. You know what I mean? Like, that man was held for like 5 years and then was like, hey, I fuck with y'all. Like,
well,
you know what
I mean,
like, it's I just see it as I mean, like you said, like, obviously you can criticize having not being a POW. I'm just going on the Bo Bergdahl thing now, but like, you know, but it takes a lot to be like, fuck you guys. Like, eventually you'd be like, hey, can I just join y'all and not get fucked up?
And I would suggest maybe you check out season 2 of the podcast Serial. They do a really good deep dive into the Bo Bergdahl story. It's 9-10 hours of content. It really gives you the perspective on his story. I really personally, coming away from the end of that, I don't think this man was a terrorist or that he was a sympathizer. I think he was playing G.I. Joe and, you know, kind of got caught up in his own head. He had a lot of mental issues. But to push away from that topic and move back to this open racism in America, I mean, if you're from the South, that video doesn't surprise you. Like they said, that was in Arkansas. And being a white person in the South, people feel disarmed around me and they can open up their racism.
Yeah, they'll be like that.
So I got that.
Cool. He's cool.
I got that quite a lot. You know, I had a couple coworkers in the course of my time like hit me with hard R's. And you know, I'm not the guy who's going to put you against the wall. I am the guy that's going to be like, I don't fuck with you anymore. You know, because I don't feel like it's my place to police somebody's language, but you can't be free from consequence. So if you're going to drop a hard R around me, like, I'm not just going to fuck with you.
I'm not going to beat your ass, but I'm not going to fuck with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel that. Dude, no, I've never seen anything like that. Like, you know, and this fucked me up a little bit when I saw it as I was just scrolling through Insta, but because I was a firm believer that racism wasn't really a thing. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I've never, like, I'm a black dude, I'm a half black dude, so I mean, there's been a couple of times where we were like on road trips and stuff and we've driven through certain places and people were giving like my parents really weird looks, you know, because they're an interracial couple and stuff and maybe have made some remarks. But I mean, on the grand, I mean, when I look at 33 years of my life, I've never really run into anything where I was just like, you know, like racism in my face, you know. Not to say that doesn't happen to people, but that was my point. From seeing this video, I was like, oh shit, like there is those people out here though. Like there's a lot, there's these other places, these more rural places too, especially that still kind of have those mentalities, or
whatever.
Have you ever heard of a
reason.
sundown city? It was a thing that used to be a thing up until the civil rights movement, where they had cities where if you were black, you could not be in that city after dark.
Yeah.
There was going to be some problems.
Dude,
and I don't know if it was necessarily laws on the books, but it was like, this is a sundown city.
Yeah, like you don't want to be caught.
And even to this day, I've heard that there's still problems like that in certain small towns.
Even in that Arkansas town, they're like,
exactly.
You stick around here, you can get your ass beat.
Exactly.
So
and imagine if he was out there at night. You know what I'm saying? Or if he was around people who were intoxicated.
Yeah, yeah. Or when people start feeling like you said, like they can get away with it.
Oh yeah, go stand outside the honky tonk with a BLM sign.
Yeah. Now I will. I'm not trying to defend some of the comments. Some of the comments were really off-putting and stuff like that. But I do kind of see sometimes where people are making their cases against the whole Black Lives Matter type slogan and stuff and what that stands for, and them trying to feel kind of alienated from that, I get where they're coming from.
Or the politics of the actual organization.
Or that.
Well, that's why those people were coming up behind us like, you're a Marxist?
Yeah.
You're a communist?
Right.
Because some people see all kinds of different things when they look at a person holding that sign.
Right.
Some people see a white guy holding a sign about black people. Some people see communist propaganda. And so it's just everybody looks at everything through their own little filtering lens.
Great point, because there's people that could look at that and be like, that's a damn Jewish person who's trying to, you know what I mean? It just depends on what crazy lens you're looking through. If you've got the goggles on of white supremacy, you're going to look at that and be like, well, that's a race trait. If you got the goggles of anti-Semitism, you're going to look at that and say, that's somebody trying to affect their view.
Because it happens on the opposite side too, right? Like your filter depends on how you see a cop. Some people see cops as like, hey, thank you for your service, man.
Danger.
You're doing it. Other people are like,
danger.
Fucking, hey, gotta get out of here before I get my ass beat.
Slow down.
Yeah. I'm terrified.
Oh,
you remember the other day we were driving in the car and this sheriff pulled up, or this dude pulled up next to us on a bike, cop, and me and John were continuing our conversation, but we both obviously had anxiety and the windows were down and everything, and I was just like, just be cool, just be a normal regular person, just keep talking, he don't want nothing to do with you, but the whole time I was like, please don't want anything to do with me.
That's my favorite thing to bring up. I've had a conversation with my stepdad, who's an old white man and almost 70 years old, and he was talking about how he got pulled over one night coming home from church, and it was dark out, and this cop came up to him and he got this ticket or whatever, and I was like, we were talking about race, and I was like, Tommy, if you were a young black man and that happened to you in this small North Carolina town, do you think you'd be feeling more stressed than you felt as an old white man? Yeah. And it took him a minute, and he was like, yeah, I would probably say that.
Be a little worried.
I would, based on that, if I could put myself in their shoes, I would be, more cautious, or I would, be more careful about where I place my hands or things like that. And it really kind of opened him up to this idea that everybody's lived experience is different. And for you to say just comply, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, any of these kind of idioms, I don't know if that's the word, but any sort of these isms that people use, they're hollow. It's hollow. It's just it's like a meme with text on Facebook, it's it sounds good when you say it and it rhymes,
context,
but it doesn't make any fucking sense when you break it down.
Right, 100%.
Well, I would say that if you follow the orders that you're given, you have less of a chance of being killed than if you just outright say "fuck you, you fucking pig" and all that shit.
The point was that your skin has something to do with.
I'm not saying it doesn't, but
and
regardless of your skin color, if you comply, you have less likely to be beaten up.
Yeah, I would point you to that.
Not that cops don't just beat up people for no reason.
Or kill people that are complying. I would point you towards the Simon Says video where the guy's get on your knees and crawl towards me, but keep your hands up, but don't pull your pants up, and now you're dead.
It's you're being asked to comply with things that are complete violations of your actual rights.
That's true as well.
And then so you have to it's hard. It's easy to say, well, just swallow your pride and just do. You know what I mean? What if this man's pull your dick out, pull your fucking dick out right now. I'm gonna suck your dick, pull it out. And you're like, well, I guess I gotta comply. You know what I mean? It's you would be like, no, fuck that. You ain't gonna suck on my dick. Also, and he's like, no, I'm a cop, bitch. You gonna.
And their Simon Says shit's crazy. I saw a clip today, and it was a guy. I was watching a sex trafficking documentary, and this guy had come to meet a girl that was really an undercover, and they were gonna get this guy. So he's in his car. There's 7 guys surrounding this dude in his car with ARs, right? All have their weapons drawn, and they're all rifles. These are U.S. Marshals. The shit they're telling this man to do, they're like, put your seat all the way down till it's flat. Then open your back door. Then get on your belly in your seat and then crawl on your belly out the back door.
Yeah.
What?
And I'm like thinking to
It's like they're
myself,
trying to make it to where you can't comply.
well,
so they
it's,
can shoot you.
it's like this
Let's just shoot this
crazy.
fucking creeper.
It's
Tap
like,
your belly and rub your head at the
yeah,
same time.
it's like racist.
You're not
Simon
complying.
Says. It's like racist Simon Says. It's like this power trip Simon Says.
Yeah.
Drives me fucking
100%.
crazy.
Some people call it mass that too, by the way. I'm just.
Yeah, my kid ain't wearing no
Power
muzzle.
trip Simon
Say
Says.
what we say when we say it.
They just want to prove that they can make you do what they want.
Plandemic.
No, but I want to make the one point too, though. Like, still, as much as that video was, like, we don't know how long it took. Like, he could have been out there for multiple days to get that many racist people. You know, I don't know if it was like the video, the way it's chopped up, makes it seem like every car going by was like racist as fuck. I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't say anything at all. He could have been out there for hours.
The majority of people didn't read his sign.
Right, that didn't even give a shit. And we also have to acknowledge the fact that there was that girl who came up and was like, yo, I see what you're doing. So it's like, you can never blanket statement anything. Like, just like you can't blanket all black people, you can't blanket all white people too and say, well, you're from Arkansas, so you're obviously racist, right? Like, there was people who weren't, and probably other people who just didn't make the video that just didn't have anything to say about it.
Yeah, sometimes your environment doesn't affect you the way it affects other people.
Right.
And some of those people that grow up in that environment, they probably nobody's born racist.
Because
You
you
know
grew
what
up
I'm
in that rural town. You're a professor of African American history.
Well, I'm lucky enough to I grew up in a very poor section of Charlotte in my formative years. So I was like kind of in the hood until about 6th grade. And then I kind of went into like a small southern town, but I went in there with like very liberal values. My mother, God bless her, hippie to the day she dies. Thank goodness. She never beat us. You know, it's something I want to talk about in the podcast, beating your kids.
Oh, yeah. I had
Something you need a little bit more of.
That's going to be an interesting topic for another episode, because I got my ass beat, and I contemplated with my kid. I was like, should I beat your ass? Like, is that like a...
I have mixed feelings on this.
Hey, you know what? People don't like it when you do this to your dog either. I see people all the time, like, beating their dog shit out of their dog. So nobody likes when you use your hands, but it's effective, though. It's effective,
That's the whole point. Yeah. I've gotten to a point where I've looked at a child and been like, 5 minutes in the bathroom, give me one good spank.
2-hour conversation,
Yep.
or just a couple quick fucking smacks to the back of the head. Solve this in like 30 seconds. What? Jokes, guys, jokes. All right, we're pulling up on hole 9 here. It's the last hole. What's the score? Do we got a competition here on the last hole, or is it already in the bag?
I can re-add them together.
Okay, we're gonna see. We might be competitive. I might have already taken it. We're gonna see.
It'd be nice to know on this last hole, you know?
Yeah, you know, if you need a hole in one, you need an eagle.
Hole in one. Or you need your 2 opponents to epically shit the bed.
Oh, that's true. See, that's the interesting thing about this game, because you could be in the lead, and then all of a sudden you could just botch it completely.
Might take you 8 strokes.
Yeah. You could
So right now we got me at 33, and then John at 31, and then Rod at 29.
Oh, it's what's John?
31.
31.
Oh, two strokes between each of us. So it's anybody's match here on the 9th hole. Let's see what we got. Okay, this hole is a tricky hole here. Explain this hole to them.
So, I don't even know if they can see it.
They can't
but
see it.
Basically, straight ahead of me, there's a tree with a lot of bushes around it, and the hole is pretty much right on the other side of that. But where that tree and those bushes are is actually like a big rough patch with rocks and all kinds of stuff, so you don't really want to be there. You kind of want to lay up just in front of it and then kick around it.
Yeah.
Because if you go too hard in the beginning, you might end up right in the thick of it.
Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it.
TikTok be doing that and just be putting shit in your brain.
It does.
I'm starting to worry about that.
I'm starting to worry about that. Well, maybe you should get off of TikTok. Get as much power as I wanted, but that's okay.
Rod, your shot?
This is not the best teeing off area. Yeah, definitely the hardest hole on the front 9.
For sure.
Okay. He went for the slam it into the ground move, but it worked out really well.
Like you said, it's hard to get a good run up. John's gonna take the other side of the tee. That might be fun.
Yeah. Oh, went for the air. That's not bad. That's gonna put you in a nice little spot to kind of go around
Get
that
through
tree.
that tree.
Yeah, I hope so.
I don't like that I'm on this dip now.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Mac's still the furthest back, so he's got to play aggressive here. He can't.
Here we have Max Swanson. Hole number 9.
Of the American golf.
Beautiful.
Oh my
Beautiful.
gosh, couldn't. Oh,
the tree.
Oh, damn.
It was looking good, dude.
It looked good right up until it got to the tree. And that was when it started looking bad.
I kind of want to keep it low and just try to make it through this muckety muck.
I want to see the
Still on
muckety
this
muck.
fucking side.
I want to see the muckety muck you got to get through here.
Oh. Oh.
I'm trying to get right over that bush.
I thought you were going to get right over
Yeah.
it.
So I'll shoot for
Oh, man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, okay, so I'm up next. They both just botched their approach shots. I have the lead, so I'm just gonna play real conservative here and just try and get close to the hole. Nothing serious here. We don't need too much.
Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. Wow, you just barely fucking...
I got so fucking lucky. I almost just binged right off the tree. Go ahead, shoot.
For the outsider. Easy cross, though. Oh,
In the ugly.
no. Going to the grass
It's
at least.
deep, though.
That's deep, though.
It's deep. I still might have this in the bag. I fucked up my last approach shot, but John also fucked up 2 shots, so I think I got it in the bag, baby.
I got a fucking Bagger Vance this shit right here. This is insane.
Bang! Oh, you can't even. I mean, unless you go super high. He's got tree coverage. He's got rock coverage in the bottom. He has to go through the middle there, right there, or he's got to go over top here. Let's see what he chooses.
That's right, Juno. Settle yourself. Let's go. Now is the time, Juno.
Boss! Come on, son, what I tell you about that Bagger Vance shit right there? This is where I am after that nearly botched shot. It's cool, I just got to lay up here. It's in that little divot, but... Yeah.
Close.
Unless John hits a miraculous shot here.
Yeah, I mean, this
And-
is still,
This would be 3.
if I can get close enough to finish off this hole.
Oh, this
Mac, were you 3 strokes or 2? You were 3. My third got me here. This is 4. If I can hit it on 5, we tie. So I got to play conservative.
Okay. It's a good play here.
Now it's all up to the Drano putt.
Yeah.
All up to the Drano putt.
John has to hit this putt to
stay out
maintain
of third
second.
place.
Yeah. After Max Miraculous.
Come on.
Oh, a little wide.
Third place, baby.
Yeah, a little.
Oh, got the bronze.
In the bush. Hold on, let's get a close up on that, please. Oh no. This is not ideal.
Please put it out in there. Just like
Oh, yeah? You want to see me Drano this?
I want to see you whip this so bad.
Whew.
I want to see you side foot it.
All right, Roddy, what you got? Roddy Rod Piper?
For the championship, I'm gonna.
Oh, I wanted to sink it just to fucking put the hammer down.
Damn, good match, boys. Good match. Good match.
What's a 9?
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I am your champion today, which is very surprising.
Yeah. Literally played the whole game with a fucked up leg.
With the
Yeah.
fucked up leg, I fucked it up on square one, but I think that's what saved me actually, was starting to just use the side foot. Gave me really good, accurate shots at, you know. with
Mac,
this.
you got second place, right?
Got second place.
Very barely creeped in there on that last hole, man. That's
Probably
what we're
shot
talking
of the
about.
day, shot of the day, in my opinion.
Shot of the day, boy.
Oh, through there,
Mac's final shot.
100%. Oh man, that
I
was
had a really good
beautiful
putt,
shot.
but that final shot.
That
was,
one was nasty. I just didn't think it was
Thank
possible. But like we
Everything's
told you-
possible through Jesus.
Yeah. I prayed to Satan and fell apart completely on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Luciferian
Ended up in that devil lettuce bush over there.
Dude, if this is your first time watching any of our episodes, this is not normally our format. We have a full podcast where we have a podcast studio and we talk, you know, long form content. So if you liked what you saw out here, you'll definitely love that. If you do watch us regularly and you like this kind of IRL format, let us know in the comments and we'll do some more stuff like
Communicate.
this. Yeah, we really
Engage.
like getting
It's a
out.
community out here.
It is.
We want to hear from y'all.
Hit that subscribe button, like, and we definitely appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we'll
man.
catch you next time.
Yes, sir.
See you next episode.
Peace.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this.